I know you are trying. Really, I can feel it. All of us trying to manifest something in our lives. Maybe it's a dream relationship. Maybe it is the job we imagine when we think about our future. Maybe it's just peace in our mind. Whatever it is, I know you are putting effort into becoming that version of yourself. And honestly, that effort matters more than you think. Sometimes manifestation content online makes it look easy. Like if you just visualize something long enough, the universe will deliver it to your door. But real life is a little more human than that. We try, we doubt, we try again. Sometimes we feel powerful and motivated. Other days we feel lost, and that's normal. The fact that you are still hoping, still improving yourself, still thinking about the life you want already says a lot about you. It means you haven't given up on yourself, and that's actually a very powerful place to be. Maybe your dream person hasn't appeared yet. Maybe your dream work still feels far away, but every small step you take is shaping you into the person who can hold those things when they arrive. You are learning patience. You are learning about yourself. Actually, you are becoming clear about what you truly want. Sometimes the journey is not about forcing things to happen immediately. Sometimes it's about becoming ready for the life you are asking for. Let's talk about something that happens to almost all of us when we try to manifest something we really want. The first thing that usually appears is not success, it is doubt. You start dreaming about something big. Maybe it's your dream card, your dream job, or meeting the right person. You feel excited, you imagine it, you start believing it could actually happen now. And then something negative happens. Maybe someone tells you your idea is unrealistic. Maybe you try something and it doesn't work the way you hoped. Suddenly, your mind start asking questions like, what happened? Or maybe this isn't going to work for me. That's the moment many people fall in the negativity trap. Your brain starts replaying the program again and again. Instead of focusing on the dream, you start focusing on the obstacles. The dream car becomes, I can't afford it. The dream job becomes, there are too many people better than me. And the dream relationship becomes, maybe I'm not lucky in love. But here's something important to remember. Negative moments don't mean your dream is impossible. They are just moments. Think about like driving somewhere new. Imagine you are going to a beautiful place you have never visited before. One day you might hit traffic. Maybe you take a wrong turn. Maybe the weather gets bad for a while. But none of those things mean the destination stopped existing. Okay, it just means the road has a few bumps. Manifestation is similar. When something negative happens, it is very easy for the mind to panic and start questioning everything. But the people who eventually reach their goals are usually the ones who pause, breathe, and keep going anyway. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what can I learn from this moment? Maybe the bill teaches you to manage money better. Maybe the rejection pushes you to improve your skills. Maybe the delay is simply giving you more time to grow. Dreams rarely arrive in a straight line. They come through small steps, patience, and a lot of mindset shifts along the way. So if you are manifesting something and suddenly negativity shows up, don't panic. Doubt is a normal visitor on this journey. You don't have to invite it to stay. Just notice it, take a breath, and keep moving toward the life you are creating. And trust me, you are not alone on this path. By the way, if you liked the video, please hit the like button. You look at your current situation and immediately feel discouraged. You think, I'm starting too small, or other people are already ahead of me, or maybe it is too late for me. But honestly, your starting point is not the thing that decides your future. Everyone begins somewhere, and some people start with money, some start with nothing, some people start with confidence, others start with a lot of doubt. But the people who eventually create the life they want are usually the ones who simply begin where they are. Think about learning to drive. The first day you sit in the car, everything feels unfamiliar. The road feels big, your movements feel awkward, and you might feel nervous, but no one expects you to drive perfectly on day one. Skill grows with time and practice. Life goals work the same way. Your current situation is not a life sentence, it is just the first chapter of the story you are writing. The important thing is the direction you choose, not the place where you started. Many people who have the life you admire today once stood exactly where you might be standing right now, unsure, confused, maybe even a little scared, but they took small steps forward anyway, and those small steps slowly created momentum. Maybe today you don't have the dream job yet, maybe the dream car still feels far away, maybe you are still figuring out your path. That's okay. Every journey begins with a beginning that looks simple and ordinary. What matters is the mindset you carry while moving forward. So instead of worrying about where you started, focus on where you are going. Focus on improving a little every day. Focus on becoming the person who can create the life you imagine, because your started point doesn't limit your future. It's just where the story begins. And this is where something interesting starts to happen. When you focus too much on the result, you slowly forget the life that's happening right now. Your mind is always in the future. You keep thinking about the moment when everything finally works out, the moment when you get the job, the car, the relationship, the life you have been imagining. But while your mind is living in the future, your real life is happening in the present. You wake up, go through your day, meet new people, experience small moments, but you are not fully there. Part of you is always thinking about when. When will it happen? When will things change? When will I finally arrive? And without realizing it, life starts to feel like a waiting room. You tell yourself, I will be happy when this happens. I will relax when I get that. I will enjoy life after I achieve this. But life doesn't actually work like that, because the truth is, life is not a moment you arrive at. Life is the process you are already inside of. When people become too obsessed with manifesting something, they just don't care. They sometimes create pressure around it. Every day becomes a test. If something good happens, they feel hopeful and great. If something negative happens, they feel discouraged. Their mood starts to depend on signs, results, and progress. That can make the journey feel very heavy. But the strange thing is that many opportunities appear when we are simply living our lives, not when we are constantly watching the clock of our dreams. When you are relaxed, present, and engaged with your daily life, you naturally meet new people. You notice ideas, you learn new things, you grow without forcing every moment to prove that your dream is getting closer. Think about it like walking on a long road. If you keep staring only at the far horizon, the road will feel endlessly and exhausting. But if you occasionally look around, enjoy the scenery, notice the small details, the walk becomes lighter, and step by step, you still move forward. Your dreams are important. Your goals matter. Wanting a better life is a beautiful thing, but the path toward that life is not something separate from your daily experience. It is built inside the ordinary moments you are living right now. The conversation you have today, the skills you practice today, the lessons you learn today, the people you meet today, even the mistakes you make today, all of these moments are quietly shaping the person you are becoming. So instead of putting your whole happiness in the future, try to stay connected to present as well. Continue moving toward your dreams, but allow yourselves to live your life at the same time. Because one day, when you look back, you may realize something surprising. The life you were waiting for was already beginning, little by little, in the days you almost overlooked. And sometimes nothing happens. You try, you visualize, you focus on your goals, but the big change you were expecting doesn't show up right away. No sudden opportunity, no dramatic sign, just another normal day. And that can feel frustrating, because many of us have learned to connect our happiness to achievement. We feel good when something happens. When we succeed, we feel alive. When we reach a milestone, when we get recognition, when we buy something we dream about, those moments bring a rush of energy, like a burst of dopamine and adrenaline. For a short time, we feel great. Everything feels exciting and alive. But then the feeling fades. So what do we do? We start chasing the next moment, the next success, the next achievement, the next proof that we are moving forward. Without realizing it, our mind becomes trained to believe one thing: I only feel good when something happens. And because of that, we become extremely focused on the result. Every day becomes about progress, about improvement, about getting closer to the goal. We push ourselves harder, think about it constantly, and measure our life based on outcomes. But here's the quiet problem with that mindset. If your happiness only appears when you achieve something, then most of your life will feel like a waiting room, because achievements are moments. Life is much longer than those moments. Think about it. The success might last a few minutes, a few hours, maybe a few days, but the rest of the time is the process, the ordinary days, the quiet routines, the small steps that don't feel dramatic at all. If those days feel empty, then the journey becomes very tiring and heavy. Many people become addicted to emotional rush of achievement. They chase goals not only because they want a result, but because they want the feeling that comes with it. How do you feel? The excitement, the validation, the sense of progress. But eventually, that cycle can create pressure instead of fulfillment. Because if nothing big happens for a while, the mind starts to feel restless. It asks questions like, am I wasting time? Or why don't I feel excited anymore? The truth is, calm moments are not failures. Quiet days are not wasted times. Sometimes growth happens slowly in ways you can't immediately measure. Sometimes life is simply giving you space to breathe, think and experience the present. It's okay if not every day feels intense or exciting. You don't have to earn the right to feel good only after an achievement. You don't have to prove your worth through constant results. Your goals can still matter, your dreams can still guide you, but life also happens in the space between achievements. In the normal days, the quiet progress, the moments that don't look impressive but still shape who you are becoming. And when you learn to feel okay, even when nothing big is happening, something interesting begins to change. The pressure gets lighter. The journey becomes more peaceful, and strangely enough, that's often when progress starts to flowing again. Thank you for listening.